everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I have this acrylic design set to show you. So I'm coming in on the ring finger and I'm basically sculpting out a thin milky white base, as this is going to be a milk bath design. So I used Glitterama's Brilliant White and their clear together to create this milky white colour, as I didn't want a bright white for the base of the milk bath nail. So I just mixed those together, and here I'm sculpting out a really thin layer. You don't want this layer to be thick because obviously you've got to encapsulate your dried flowers over the top of it. So I'm just sculpting this out as a nice thin base. As I've said in previous videos, I am still practicing sculpting, so it isn't perfect, but hopefully it's getting better. And today I decided to go for a tapered square. So then I'm just coming in with that second bead and blending it out over the previous. Again, making sure to keep it nice and thin, as this is only a base. I decided not to do a clear base on this set, just because I'm practicing sculpting, and yeah, I just thought sculpting seems a little easier when I'm going in with a colour. I guess, you know, perfecting a clear base just comes with practice. So I'm then coming in with my cuticle bead. I've placed that at the cuticle, pushed it up towards the cuticle, and then I'm just blending that down, making sure that those side walls are all nice and neat. And then I'm just coming in with a small wash of clear acrylic just to stick down this dried flower. So I decided to do this milk bath nail design with some dried nail art flowers rather than fresh flowers. In a previous video I did use fresh flowers, and I noticed after a couple of days on the display tip they started to go a brown colour, and I just didn't fancy that on my own nails. Maybe it wouldn't have happened if I'd dried the fresh flowers out, but I just thought I would play it safe and use these beautiful dried flowers, which are from Charlie's Nail Art. So as I've probably mentioned hundreds of times, I do have a discount code for Charlie's Nail Art, which is ENA10, and I will leave that in the description box below. And then I've just cut up some of the dried flowers in different colours, and I'm just sticking them around the edges using my wet brush and small beads of wet acrylic. So I just really tried to make this design flow a little bit, so that's why I just kept with the larger flower in the centre and the smaller ones around the edge. And again, I'm trying not to add too much acrylic to set the flowers in, because I don't want to add loads of bulk to the nail. And then once I was happy with those flowers, I'm just coming in with that same milky white acrylic, and I'm just basically, I'm not covering the entire nail with this, I'm just adding it in random places just to create that milk bath look, where it looks like some of the flowers are deeper in the water than others. So I'm just placing that down, and there I was just holding down a slight bit of the dried flower that was sticking up, but I did decide to come in and trim them just because they were really annoying me. And then I'm making sure to really blend that acrylic out so that there isn't a harsh line, because obviously you would see that through your clear acrylic at the end. So again, I'm working quite wet with these beads of acrylic just so they're like a wash of colour. And there was where I just come in and trimmed two little bits of the dried flower that was sticking up. I was really pleased with how this nail come out. It's probably my favourite in the set. And then once I'm all happy with the areas that are covered in the white acrylic, I do come in and cap this now in clear acrylic, but I do think I did all the capping off camera today. So also you can probably see I have already done my little finger. It is just a plain green acrylic which is from Glitterama called Sia, but I cut it out as I do the exact same on the pointer finger, but the angle was better. So on to the ring finger, I've basically sculpted out a white tip, the same as before with that milky white acrylic. I've removed my form and now I'm just coming in with that beautiful green acrylic that I mentioned. So this is Sia from Glitterama, and as usual I will leave all the products I've used linked in the description box below. And I'm basically just placing that down and ombraing it over the white acrylic. Not worrying about creating a too perfect blend, as I will be coming in over the top with those flowers to create another milk bath design. So I was just building up the colour here. These are strength powders, so they don't need to be encapsulated, but obviously I have to encapsulate the dried flowers. But I wanted to make sure that the colour really popped and there wasn't no gaps where I'd worked fairly thin. So there again, just applying a thin wash of clear acrylic just so that those flowers have something to stick down into. And I'm just using all the same colours as before. The pack of dried flowers from Charlie's Nail Art comes with, I think, 6 different coloured flowers. So you get quite a nice selection, and I think they're around £1.80. And then, like I said, if you use the discount code, you can grab a 10% discount. So I'm just dotting them in until I'm happy with where they're all placed, and then I'll do the same with the milky white acrylic just to create that milk bath look. So is anyone else still loving the milk bath designs? I'm still seeing them floating around on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm really loving everyone's different interpretations of them. So yeah, let me know what you think of them. So again, with this colour, really trying to not add any extra bulk to the nail. So then on this now, I'm sculpting out a full nail of the Sia. So I've come in with my bead at my natural nail and blended it out over my form, just patting and pressing it into shape and trying to get it the same length and shape as the previous nails, just so that there isn't loads of finish filing to do at the end. I just needed a little bit of an extra bead there just to get the length the same as the other nails. And again, I'm just doing a thin base to start with. You could obviously do this all in, you could do this in less beads than what I've done, but as I said, I'm practicing at sculpting. So if you have any tips or if you can recommend any good sculpting videos, please pop them in the description box below and I'd be really, really grateful. I am hoping to do a one-to-one in it soon, but in the meantime, I'm just trying to get as much practice in as possible, as I do prefer the look of sculpted nails over tips. I just can't seem to get on with pre-pinched tips, and I love the look of a nice C curve. So I think I've just got to try and crack and master sculpting. So I just come in with that cuticle bead, patted it up towards the cuticle and blended it out. And then as you can see, because this is a really thin layer of acrylic, the colour wasn't fully opaque. So I do just come in with some more wet beads and build that up. And then I encapsulated all the nails in clear acrylic, and this was probably about halfway through filing them. I just decided to just show roughly the thickness and C curve that I was going for. They was a little bit more bulky than I wanted them to be, but I was happy with the overall set. I then come in and use some jewellery gel to set some Swarovski crystals, and now I'm coming in with my CJP tack free top gloss and top coating all of the nails. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you did. I have left a clip at the end of what the finished set looked like, and I also, because I didn't record the thumb, I also left a picture in of the thumbnail as that was slightly different. So yeah, I hope you like those, and I shall see you all again soon. Bye bye.